Okay, so the dashboard or the home page is now done. Now we want to work on the resource pages, which is posts, categories, and users, which are all going to be very, very similar. They're just going to basically be like tables, like a table like this, and a search form and so on, and a little pagination. So let's go ahead and jump over to VS Code and let's create a couple files. So we're going to create posts.html, and we're also going to create categories.html. And we're going to create users.html. All right, so we're going to start with posts. So let's open that up and let's copy everything we have from index. So we have a basic boilerplate to work with. So in posts, we'll paste that in. Now, let's see. We're not going to need the CK editor here. So we can get rid of that script and we can get rid of the little snippet down here as well. Let's see, we're not going to need these modals, so let's get rid of all three modals. Get rid of those. And footer is going to stay the same. Let's see. We'll go up to the top here. For the navigation, let's take the active off of the dashboard LI and let's put that onto the post LI. And then let's see, this stuff will be the same, the nav. The header is going to be, it's going to say posts. And for the icon, let's change that from a cog, that doesn't really make any sense, to let's say a pencil dash alt. Okay, so header is basically the same. Where the actions are, this is going to be our search. So let's change this to search. Let's see, you can change this ID to search as well. And we're going to keep this stuff, PY4, MB4, all that stuff's going to be the same. We're going to keep the container, the row. We're just going to have one 6-column div here, though, so we can get rid of all three of these call MD3s. So we'll get rid of all those, and we'll do a call MD6. And this is where we're going to put our search box, but I actually want to align it to the right. We could do an offset here, or we can just do ML auto, which will also push it over to the right. And let's do an input group. Okay, so it's going to be a search box. We're going to do a div with the class of input group. And inside here, we'll put an input with the class of form control. And it'll be text, and let's put a placeholder. So we'll say placeholder, and we'll just say search posts, like that. Okay, and then underneath the input, we want to put the append, because we want to append a search button. Basically want the button to be attached as an add-on to the input. So we're going to put a div with the class of input group dash append, and inside here we'll put our button with the class of btn, and let's do btn primary. Since it's the posts, we want posts to be blue. And then let's just say search. Okay, so let's save that. And then down here, we're basically going to have the same table we have here, except we're not going to have the 9 column. We're not going to have the 9 column and the 3 column because we don't want the boxes here. This is for the dashboard. So what I'm going to do is get rid of the whole call MD3, which ends right here. So I'm going to grab that whole call MD3, which has all the boxes. And let's go back up to the top here. And let's change this to just a call so it goes all the way across instead of just 9. And then I think that's pretty much it. That's all I want to do here. We can keep the rest of this stuff because that's going to be the same. Yeah, so let's save this and let's take a look. So if we click on posts, it should look like this. All right, now if you want to add some pagination down here, obviously it's not real pagination that's going to work, but as far as the UI goes, we can go under the table, still within the card, and we can say pagination, and we'll do a nav with the class of, let's do margin left -4. And in here, we're going to do a UL with the class of pagination. And let's do an LI with the class of page item. Okay, so this is all stuff we looked at in the sandbox. And I'm also going to make this one disabled, because this is like, it's like we're on the first page. And this is going to be the previous link. So we'll do an A tag with the class of page link. And let's put for text, we'll say previous. All right, and then the next one, we'll do li page item, A with the page link, and this will be 1. Okay, then what I'll do is just copy this down. Let's do one. That's 1, 2. We'll just do 3 pages. Or 3 numbers and then a next. So this will be 1, 2, 3, and then let's do next. So let's save that and see what that looks like. And there we go. There's our pagination. And if we want to make the first page active, we can simply add that to the LI here. We can say active. And there we go. So that's the post. Now the categories and users are going to be very similar. So what I'm going to do is copy the whole post HTML, copy everything here, go to categories and paste that in. All right, and then we'll go up to the navigation and we'll change the active from posts to categories. Okay, and then we'll go down here. We'll change this to categories. We'll change this icon to folder. I think it's folder. Yeah, FA folder. And then for the search, let's see. We get search. We want to change the text here to search categories, and let's change the color of the button to success, to green. And then down here, we'll go ahead and change this. We'll change the ID here. You technically don't need these IDs. We're not using them for anything, but it's good to just label your sections, at least in my opinion, you know, what they are. Let's see, we'll say latest categories. And for the table, we're going to have to change this up a little bit. Let's just do title and date. Categories obviously don't have a category. And then we'll have, so we have an ID. We'll just get rid of the title. That way we have the actual title of the category, the date, and then we have a details button, which details is just going to go, actually, you know what? We'll just leave it the way it is. So we'll get rid of this post title here. So we only want 4 actually. We have web development, tech gadgets. What was that? We had business and health and wellness. And then we can get rid of the rest here. So let's grab this TR and this TR and just get rid of it. And then we'll keep the pagination if you want, or you can get rid of it. So if we take a look now at categories, one thing I want to change this, the header, to green as well. So let's go up to the header, which is right here. We'll change this to BG Success. Okay, that way it's kind of branded green. Good. All right, so now for the users, let's copy categories. Actually, we'll copy posts. And then we'll go to users, paste that in. And let's go to the top, to the nav, and take the active off of posts. And let's put that onto users. And then for the header, let's change the background to warning, to yellow. And we'll change this icon to FA users, and we'll change the text also to users. I know a lot of this is redundant, but it's necessary. For the search, we're going to say search users, and then we're going to change the button to warning, make it yellow. And then here we'll change our content, data, whatever you want to call this, users, We'll say latest users. And for users, we're going to have, what did we have? We had name and email, or ID, name, and email. We don't need the date. So let's say 1, we'll say here, John Doe. Get rid of the date. So second one, we'll just say Harry White. Put his email in here, so harry@yahoo.com. And let's see, let's do one more. We'll do Mary Johnson. All right, so we'll get rid of the rest of these TRs. And then we should probably get rid of the pagination because, I mean, there's only 3 users, so there wouldn't be any pagination. So we can get rid of that. We should probably get rid of that, get rid of it on the categories page as well. So we'll save this. We'll go back to categories and we'll get rid of that pagination. So just the whole nav. Okay, so let's take a look. So our categories, let's go to users. Okay, everything's yellow here. We have our latest users, and that should be good. Okay, so now we have our resource pages. All right, in the next video, we're going to start to work on the the details page. So the page that this goes to, and also I want to work on the settings page. So this page here. Okay, so I will see you in the next video.